Howdy, howdy, howdy. My name is Anacha Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. I got content ID'd for the last episode having Hello Zep in it, and I just thought that was funny. So, in the last episode, we found out why Lord English is a big, bulky dude, and why he's called Lord English instead of Caliborn, and why he says honk, and what Lil Cal is, and... Was it this episode or the episode before that where we know for a fact Amina and Vriska are dating in the afterlife? Anyway, now it's time for Act 6 Intermission 5, which starts with a flash. I guess that's the end of the flash since the little arrow thingy is happening. But man, the amount of things that are different just off of Vriska still being alive, and not only that, she seems to be a somewhat good person? I don't want to say that flat out. Also, Vriska Graham, that's fantastic. Meanwhile, clouds! Something seems to be happening in that cloud. Looks like Skya. It's Skya and a chunk of moon. Looks like somebody's going to put a ring on it. The hell is that? Oh, it's the universe door dealie. I guess all the... Does this mean that the trickster and god tier shit still happened? Also, has Jade just been asleep for like 2 years? Is it time yet? No! Oh, how about now? No! Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to pick up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little longer. I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, like, Up here? That's my understanding, yes. You mean here, on this frog circle thing? I don't know. Somewhere in the session. At which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out. So, Jade came on a golden ship through a tiny window apparently, but John wasn't on it. Well, his corpse was somewhere, but that John doesn't matter anymore. Kinda like how there was a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalonde girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Night of Time, end quote, but someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission. No, it's cool. You can have that thunder if you want it. When exactly is this supposed to happen? Soon! And she's unhurt? Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either, but apparently things went raw for them in about as many ways as you can imagine, presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order. Apparently that's exactly why it happened. Oh, snap! Vriska smiles. But yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely. Of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska. Thanks, Tavros! Smiley face. Hey, look! I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore. And I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, maybe you could take a moment to explain why Tavros is now a sprite. And Equius too, and also why Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses. Thanks in advance. Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanai? Did you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, you see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of 2 of our deceased friends. No, I got that! I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their session? Yeah, yes, they did months ago, from the current frame of reference, but this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this. What? A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Gaia, unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the contest has already done for us, via Grimbark Jade prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is, this session comes courtesy from 4 unprototyped kernels waiting to be put to use. So, not a big one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff, and I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave wrested the tome away, began scribbling phalluses in it while giggling like children. Maybe? I guess that rings a dong shouter. A what? Dude, laugh my ass off. What? Shut up! Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores? Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect, and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we are double-handedly saving the asses of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates the categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate the categorical certainty. Whom do you think I was referring to, smiley face? Wow, okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap. I'm still spouting off here, I think. That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself and continue frothing it in the mouth whenever you're ready. Okay, I figured out some stuff I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor, which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equius, again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here, we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghost that kinda lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon. Sorry! Hey buddy, don't wink at me! Greetings, old friend, not to where I've stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half my personality couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horse stump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I'm very busy here, so stop talking to me completely. Oh man, classic. Uh-huh. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years? It's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought they would have, like, rotted by now or something. Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned. Well, shit! That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving, but damn if it didn't just get solved, so that's fucked up. If you would stop being a wuss for half a second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had the intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did. Aw, yeah, Tavros, don't interrupt. Whoops. Then I made Arqueus right happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with a beef rocket's to the top of my shit list. So please, I enthusiastically invite one of you no-taste mouth breathers that talk smack about the A-Man. Make my day! Vrisk, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks it's pretty cool. Like, just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro, I guess enough to make me not feel like, Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking of Arqueus Sprite. That's the rule. Owned. Wow, owned. Oh, shut the fuck up. Second, the guy's a fucking tactical genius. Totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use his methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party's gonna need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Arqueus. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off, so now we're square. You mean triangular? What? Triangular? I don't... It's the shape of my damned glasses. Oh. Oh! See what I mean, guys? He's a fucking riot. Agreed. Thank you for the strong endorsement. Low blood / person I've never heard of and don't care about. Laughter. I'll be finished working here momentarily. Excuse me, Mr. Arqueus? What exactly are you doing to her? I'm disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work not to be trusted to human hooves. Yes, I've also decided that it's imperative to reclaim Crocker from the contest before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead, if you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative abilities. I guess that's supposed to be restorative? Restorative? She also represents 1 extra life for everybody, and since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I guess this boon is going to come in handy. Tobacco flutes? That's pretty great. So, what about our other dead friends? Huh? You know, Nepeta, Eridan... Oh, right, them. I was getting to that. Okay. I know we talked a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska, but I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Yeah, sorry, I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you apprised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on, okay, Pyrope? Okay. Frowny smiley face. So, after prototyping Tavros and Arqueus, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Okay, well, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Fefri, Eridan, and Solix's dead body? With his half-ghost floating out there with Aradia. I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses but only 2 slots remaining, and there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite to make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in Arqueus Sprite's case, since those 2 nutjobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally. I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter, but if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, you should prototype the 2 Royal Bloods and be done with it. They deserve it. No! Arqueus, your reservation is noted, but the Hema Spectrum is bullshit. It's not going to factor into this decision. I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care, as you were. So considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. They can live out the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance. Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling. Come on, Terezi. I'm not saying I'm an authority on morality here. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech? Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solix Halfghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Aridin, he murdered Fefri and tried to kill Kanaya and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. But Nepeta and Fefri? What did they ever do to anybody? Yes, that is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Aridin's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or Fefri's, or Nepeta's, or Solix's, or anybody's. The only reason I chose these 2 over here is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did, plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think you of all people will be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know the justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Aridin is a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I said we bring them back. Terezi, please. Let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here. We do? Yes! We are equally important to the party as its overarching executives, the ones with the most experience in the department of guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you were always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to. Aw, yeah, okay, you're right. I'm behind you all the way. I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them at any time. You do? Where? In the hunger trunk. I've stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh along with our final living party member. Huh? Hunk. Oh! Yeah, I think I'll revive them a little later? Yeah, later. Suit yourself. So there's just a Gamzee chained up in a fridge full of body parts. Which he kind of deserves, because he did kill most of them. Like, Aridin killed Fefri, but he killed Nepeta. And, Solix died without getting murdered by Gamzee, I believe. I think he died from making the meteor do the thing in Cascade. So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that, inferring what? That Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma bundled together in Peapod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up on that meteor. Is this it? Is what it? The plan you were hatching all along? Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally? Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense rearing its ugly head for a change. Oh, got it. Good. Wait, no, don't got it. It sounds like you're just like being the leader now because you want to and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? Sigh. Karkat? Yo, Karkat, what? Oh my god, dude, were you just not listening to any of that? To what? What? What's happening now? Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not one to talk, but at least I had the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing? Sorry, I'm guilty. I zoned out on some of Circuit's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay? Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Shoring up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What are you talking about? It's private! I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though. We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it. Oh yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the mayor most of the time words aren't necessary, like he just knows? Man, the mayor's just so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him. No, that's fucking stupid. Just... What were you saying when I was spacing out just then? Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role, and if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about it, or about that, or oh, that's a good one, Dave. Wow, me leader. Too funny. I am entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I've seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some fait accompli shit for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing, euphoria hobbled, Turdvana! Okay, so, vintage shit fit it is. Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role due to acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations, but be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's going to need to step up when I'm gone. Alright, Circuit, then I'll make this a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as leader of this group, already, forever! Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role, and if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious, yet-to-be-explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position, so long as it isn't me. Great! It's settled then. I'm the leader. I'll gladly accept the baton you were going to such lengths to pass to me, Carcat. Honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction, but your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated. Excuse me, Miss Leader? Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer is very soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about... Just give it another second or two. Right, Vriska. Right about... Yo, can we just maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge! What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Honk. Oh, yeah, never mind. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up. They're here! It's... As Tavros is just a blue orb of horns. Hi, John! Whoa. Hi, everybody! Wow, he's really here, isn't he? Hey, John! Wow. Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello. Oh, hey. Yeah, hey, John, what's up? Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carcat. I only saw you like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was years ago for you. Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There will be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh, man, I missed you all so much. Even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend, and we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So, here we are. Hi. As it zooms in on the rose. Small Alan smile. Doof. Ah. Oh, hey, Terezi. Hello, Egbert. Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of your future self's crafty schemes as I was, so don't get too smug. Now, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for future me's ideas. I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously. Okay, whatever you say. Well, that reminds me. I know her scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but you have any idea what all that stuffed dragon shit was about? Did that, like, actually serve a purpose in the timeline, or were you just fucking with me? I was almost certainly fucking with you. Okay, wow, great, good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was a really awesome use of our time. I'm glad we're in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do? I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all, no big deal. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is, I got owned, the end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska. Good to see you too, John. It's cool that you're alive now instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your, ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of the living. At least, I hope so. I couldn't agree more. I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious. But thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. And as a bonus, it apparently saved my life. So, thanks. You're a real friend. Don't mention it. I received quite a few beatings in my time and not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me on the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So, by that measure, it was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. I'm not gonna do that. Rose! Hi, John! Hi! Nice to see you alive and well again, not to mention in the correct timeline. Yes, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on what exactly it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it. Yeah! Thank you for returning with my, my Roxy. Smile, 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 smile. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. It's obviously the remark I meant to say, and is the statement of a reasonable person. Of course! Really, it is so good to see you again. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. That is totally adorable. Hello, Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? And a box full of weapons and a rabbit? Oh, yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. That was cool. It made me really curious to meet you. Right. Me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter I mean. That didn't make me, I mean, I was always curious to, doggone it. What? I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here. I don't, sorry. It's okay, I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. Ooh, roger that. Oh, hey Tyros, looks like you're here too? Hell, definitely. But don't worry, I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So, you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Hi, Dave! Hey, bro, you're back and alive! All because of me. I guess that's the thing we're all accepting is true, yeah. It's okay. There's no need to thank me. I mean, I wasn't going to, but, like, not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to my #1 childhood pal from the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around on a meteor for a bunch of years, and here I am, and so are you. Which I think is pretty dope. It is very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't leave me hanging here. What? There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude. Carcat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like that this is a new low. Oh my god! You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things, and then re-offered your fist to me the moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw you with my own eyes. Carcat, wow, that is really pedantic. And now you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges. God damn it. Here. Bunt. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured. Dave, no! Fuck! I wanted to do it on my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real. Oh, it's real, buddy. No, I'm gonna fist bump you later when I'm feeling it, but it's gonna be fucking natural. Mark my words. We'll see, Carcat. We'll see. Wrecked. Aw. Hey, Dave. Why is Jade asleep? And also Teen Nana, or Jane, I mean. Oh, yeah, Vriska had to knock him out. What? Why? They were kicking up a ruckus. Can you wake them up? Don't wake them up! Huh. Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on? Gotta keep them napping. Especially Jade, I'm sure you know what kind of crooked-ass baloney fuck power she got. Can't let her turn those against us. Right. She would be pretty psyched to see you, though. You think? Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but Apparently along the way, our version of John died, so she made the whole trip without you. Oh no! Yeah, this time I was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, but then you sort of Deus Ex out of nowhere and spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit. You were just the normal John you always were, zipping around like a nerdy hyper god, saving everything from whatever. But from our standpoint, you just kind of yanked yourself out of random ass nothing. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what Typhoeus meant. That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second just so she can see I'm alright? Frown face. Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be joining her nap if you try. Darn. Guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Daysprite? Dead. No! That sucks too! Yeah, I guess so. You guess? It's a weird subject for me, like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, that was his whole thing, right? I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he isn't the real Dave. I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as a less real version, actually. Yeah, he's me and exactly what I would be like if I was a moping existential bird, so it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about, okay? I guess it is sad. But you know, a lot of versions of me have died. Lots of versions of all of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certain dubiously categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive here and now and hanging out? Yeah, that is what it's important. I guess there will be a time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody! There's so much crazy stuff for us all to catch up on. I don't even know where to start, it's overwhelming. Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session, at least according to our Vriska in chief. What do you mean? All the bad guys are still just outside the Insivisphere. They won't converge here until a few hours or so let's just all sit back a while and shoot the shit. And I do mean empty our clips into the shit, like, really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical observations. Okay, that sounds great. Okay, I was going to end the episode here anyway, but now it's going to do one of these dealies. So, that's a perfect spot to end the episode, and this will make a pretty good Friday. So, this has been Ananshi Sasuke. This was episode 134 of Let's Read Homestuck. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you need to do either one of those things, and I will see you in the next one. Later.